A new boss at Time Warner is moving the media giant forward. First step, stripping out AOL's dial-up internet business. The company is also taking a hard look at its cable TV holdings, and investors approve. But other media companies are performing well overall, despite a slowing US economy. Globalization and timing are making the difference. Karen Nye reports.
Outdoor advertising, like you see all over Times Square, is just one aspect of the $580 billion market in ads worldwide each year. Even with the prospect of a U.S. recession, growth overseas should keep the media companies buzzing. Advertising veterans are used to seeing tighter budgets during economic downturns.
In our industry, we are the first to get hit, typically, because when that sword of Damocles is sliding over all the various departments of a company, the marketing advertising department tends to be one that gets the chop first.
But in a funny way, the current slowdown couldn't have come at a better time.
There is a number of major events that are happening that actually keep that balance, as it were. That is the Olympics, of course, happening in Beijing, and in the States we have the presidential elections, where there's a huge amount of media buy.
So history may not repeat itself. With special events and double-digit growth in emerging economies, smaller increases in the U.S. and Western Europe won't necessarily upset the advertising boat.
This isn't about battening down the hatches and throwing out the anchor. It's actually about recalibrating potentially your investment, your spend, and maybe changing some course in some direction or a new direction.
That could be wishful thinking on the part of Madison Avenue, but analyst David Joyce says American media executives practically boast about being insulated from the economy these days.
There's strong support of all of these companies' business models because of their diversification internationally and domestically. Also, they're not reliant very much on advertising. They get a lot more subscription fees or monthly revenues from cable network carriage, for example. So they're really diversified geographically and from types of revenue streams.
The weak spot, traditional print ads, now migrating to the internet. Online accounts for 10% of all ad sales, but more than a quarter of new demand. Media companies will need that boost, along with emerging market growth, to manage in a leaner U.S. ad market. Karen Nye, BBC News, New York.